Think for yourself. Question authority.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. We got some interesting information going on today about Bayonetta 3 with the voice actress Hellena Taylor coming forward and basically breaking NDA and telling everyone that she was only offered $4,000 for her part to play Bayonetta for the entire game of Bayonetta 3. And of course, she refused that offer, and it's caused a lot of controversy because she has called for the boycott of Bayonetta 3 now on her Twitter page in 3 different videos. Now, this is going to be kind of a touchy subject for Bayonetta fans. If you're maybe really upset about this, I urge you just to keep calm in the comment section, discuss this respectfully. There's going to be various opinions going back and forth about this. Some are going to disagree and some are going to, really be favoring one side versus another. So just discuss things, respectfully if you can. And, we will talk about this. So Bayonetta 3, I was excited about this game actually quite a bit just recently. I wasn't quite as excited about it at first because I didn't see much about the game for a while, but I was excited after seeing some previews, even though granted the game graphically doesn't look that impressive. Like, I personally find the art style and graphics even better in Bayonetta 2, which may have something to do with where this game is going actually with Bayonetta 3, with what has happened with Hellena Taylor. We'll discuss that in a moment. But if you go back over to my Twitter page actually, we talked about just yesterday actually on my Twitter page that I was excited for Bayonetta 3. I had just pre-ordered it and just yesterday, and of course this information came out about Bayonetta 3 today with Hellena Taylor. So I had said, I got Bayonetta 3 all set for October 28th. And unlike some, I'll be playing the game live. I'm still kind of waiting and seeing a little bit here what's going on with this and everything that plays out with maybe hearing Nintendo side of it and PlatinumGames side of it, but it doesn't look very good right now for PlatinumGames or Nintendo, since they're the ones publishing this. And you would think they would kind of want to support this release for Bayonetta 3, since it is kind of almost like a Nintendo property, even though it's not. It's owned by Sega, PlatinumGames, but Nintendo is really funding and pushing this game as a first-party title, and they have been for quite a while now. So it's very, not a very good look as far as what's going on here with Hellena Taylor. And if you look with Hellena Taylor here, she was very upset. Talking about how she had worked for many years being a voice actress and working on the voice of Bayonetta for quite a long time, creating that character, the whole swagger and the way she talks, that's all her, from what she says, of course. None of it was coached. She basically invented the character. So she posted 3 different videos on Twitter basically saying that she wrote a letter to Hideki Kamiya saying that she would like, better compensation for her work. And he wrote a letter back saying that, how grateful he was to have met her in person and how memorable that time was. And then he offered her a final offer of $4,000 US. And she, of course, was not happy with that offer at all. And I'll leave the links, of course, in the description of what she said. You can see here, we're talking about it, that basically she was close to tears here talking about this. And Platinum had actually lied about the stance that they took on Bayonetta's voice acting. PlatinumGames said that there was basically overlapping circumstances that prevented Hellena Taylor from reprising her role as Bayonetta. And Hellena Taylor here basically says that that is not the case. She had all the time in the world. In fact, she was battling with depression and worrying if she was going to even have enough to pay the bills for her livelihood. So she was asking for some more money, and $4,000 for the lead role in a franchise that is semi-popular with Nintendo fans is hardly anything. I mean, maybe 1 month you can get by on that if you're someone like her. Who knows? It's not much money to go on. And lots of other voice actors have been paid far more money than that. And this is a big release for Nintendo. So I'm not sure what happened there. And granted, we could talk about PlatinumGames. They've had some extremely bad, things happen with them in their company lately. Babylon's Fall was a great failure. They've had a lot of controversy with their releases and their direction as a company, targeting more like monetary online, networked games that they're going to be planning on in the future. And that has not been really a good look for fans of PlatinumGames and their releases. Their quality of, games themselves has been going downhill for a while. So the question comes in, was this game under budgeted? And of course, did Nintendo actually offer to help? We don't know. But if PlatinumGames was left to fit the bill for Bayonetta 3, and it wasn't actually being done by Nintendo or helping out by Nintendo, then we could probably see that they had to cut the budget on this game, quite possibly. And if that's the case, that would mean that they didn't have the money to pay her, which is very, very sad. But also, I've been talking about this in my live streams, and if you haven't subscribed to my live channel, I suggest you do so. I'll leave a link in the description. You have a lot of fun there. But I've been talking about this in my live channel since they revealed the game back in 2021, that first gameplay. It looked kind of rough, it looked kind of early, and honestly, it looked like they had a lower budget than I would have wanted. And that was just from my own point of view. Like, you may disagree, and that's fine. Discuss it in the comment section. But personally, I think Bayonetta 2 appeared to have a higher budget from my point of view. Maybe Nintendo helped them fund it. I don't have all the details about that situation with Bayonetta 2. There was talk that Nintendo did help fund Bayonetta 2. So if they did not help fund Bayonetta 3, and PlatinumGames is going through this financial difficulty that they have been going through, it would make sense that they would have to cut some things like the cost of paying for voice acting. But Bayonetta, the actual actor herself, she should have been a top priority in my opinion. So I'm not sure what happened there, but the overall game, we've seen previews from Game Explain, for example, even talk about how the game has some struggling with the frame rate. Some of the environments look pretty low detail. And I have to agree, from what I've seen from this game, the game looks kind of barren, kind of, low on the details there on the levels and landscapes. The character details, I'll give you that. The characters themselves look better than Bayonetta 2, in my opinion. But the overall levels and everything look pretty barren and flat in comparison to Bayonetta 2. Again, my point of view, I haven't played the game yet, so that's just what I've noticed from the trailers. Looks kind of, last gen, if that, looks pretty old. And remember, we're dealing with Nintendo Switch hardware. It's based on 2015 technology. It is already dated in itself. So, if you're a Nintendo fan who's upset by, somebody saying that this game looks dated, it factually is dated because it's running on dated hardware. It's kind of hard for the Switch at this point to look impressive without some extreme, doings by the developer to make it look a lot better as an art style point of view. And when you have a bunch of flat landscapes and just put all, the effort into the character designs, it kind of stands out as looking, more flat than what it could be. And it's a shame too, because Bayonetta 3 is a potential to be a big game, and you want to have the best foot forward if you're a developer. And if PlatinumGames was hampered by their own budget, their own mistakes as a developer, and Nintendo themselves didn't actually want to help with maybe paying Hellena Taylor some more money to at least get Bayonetta's character right, that is a big concern and sad, really. And if you see her reaction, it's kind of sad because she looked like she was about to be in tears. So we don't want to see that, and it's hard to support this type of treatment of voice actors. It's difficult, to see. So like I said, I don't know, what you guys want to do about this, but that she is calling for a boycott of this game. Don't buy it and everything. But again, it's up to you what you want to do with your money. Yeah, it's difficult for me, really. I want to hear some more information. If we can even trust PlatinumGames and what they say, who knows? It's hard to trust these companies, right? But she did go out on a limb and break NDA and say that she, it didn't matter at this point to her. She's basically done now as being a voice of Bayonetta, and it's really sad. She's probably done as a voice actress as well. This has got a lot of traction online. I think, was it TMZ? The mainstream media has covered this. So it has gotten a lot of traction, a lot of views. The video she posted has 4.4 million views as at the time of me recording this. So this is not a small story. This is pretty much something that is making the headlines around the internet. It's not a good look for Nintendo, and we will see what they come out and say. I'm not decided yet whether or not I'm going to play this game at this point. Maybe I'll get it on a sale. I don't know. Honestly, I can't 100% say at this point. I don't know. It's too early for me to make too much judgment on whether or not I even want to play this game. You know, it's hard to say. It's not looking good right now. I did pre-order it. I did cancel my pre-order right now, but that's not saying, you know, if some other, you know, information comes up, you know, I may pick it up later. Who knows? There's argument to say, you know, you don't want to punish the actual people who have worked hard on making this game by not buying it. If it's a good game, you should buy it, that kind of stuff. There's that kind of argument. It's a tough call. But this kind of stuff is hard for me to morally support as a person, as a human being, someone who works full-time myself. It's hard for me to want to actually support a developer who does this to their employees by basically spitting in her face, offering $4,000 for a lead role for an iconic character that many people love. I'm sorry, that's just not good, guys. Not good at all. So let me know what you think in the comment section. Again, keep it respectful if you can, please. And please hit the like button for me if you do enjoy this video. I have some, you know, different setup here going on with the green screen, and it looks pretty nice, I think. So if you do enjoy this, hit the like button, helps out, and I'll talk to you very soon in the next video. Have a great day.